All right, guys. So we're recording bags 18 and 19. I had this little rant that I went on, and so this is take two, and I'm not going to do the rant because I was caught in an emotional, political, patriotic fervor, and I know on this platform that would not be viewed positively. So we're going to be recording bags 18 and 19. I chose these two because bag 18 is super small and bag 19 is a little bit meatier. So the recording might be a little bit longer than normal, but I did that because the bag was so small. If you want to see where we've gotten to with our build to date, if you watched the live earlier today and this thing's starting to get weighty, we have our rooms. We created a jail cell with the seat. We have the driver's seat in the sail barge. I always wondered when I watched Return of the Jedi how that thing, was controlled. Now I know, right there. All right, so let's get to it. We're doing bags 18 and 19. So right now, and the reason I kind of got on that rant that I was telling you about, I was a fan of the show West Wing. And admitting the type of, oh wow, we're doing some reinforcement on the bottom. So I said in the video, I'm a registered Republican. I have always been, ever since I could vote, register to vote, I became a registered Republican. Now I know that you don't necessarily need to register anymore. That was a thing when I first turned 18, which was many, many moons ago. I turned 18, 20, so I'm 47, 18, so 38, no, 28 years ago. Yeah, anyway. Now, so the West Wing was interesting because it was a show about a Democratic president and a Democratic White House. And the Congress was controlled by the Republicans. So I didn't necessarily agree with the ideology of the West Wing, but teaching me about American government, our political system, teaching me about the presidency, because you're a president regardless if you're a Democrat or Republican. The U.S. president is a president for everybody. It was only during COVID where we adopted this warped sense of, if I don't agree with your ideology, I can rape your wife or your husband, I can kill your children, burn your house down, and that will be okay to do. COVID, for some reason, flipped the world on its head, and that became how people approach politics today. I have friends that are across every aisle, and not just Democrat or Republican, Independent, Tea Party, you name it. One of the things that we always have enjoyed is learning about one another and some of our ideologies in a I want to fucking kill you and dismember your body sort of attitude. So anyway, so the West Wing was a super fun program, taught me a lot about our political system. And so they decided during COVID, which I just stumbled upon it today, because you're like, well, COVID was like 3 years ago. I understand that. But there was an organization, I think it was Get Out and Vote. Anyway, they put on this play of one of their episodes of all the cast members that were alive. And when they filmed it, that was 21 years after their opening day, like the first pilot episode, I guess. And so everybody that is alive, they brought back, and then they've ushered in some actors as kind of guest stars and filling in the gaps. And they're doing it live, adhering to strict COVID protocols, as they talked about in the beginning. But it's on and interesting, and I am more solid in my political beliefs than I was when, I first saw the show, but I've been a fan of it over the years. And I respect those people not only as actors, but as the people they were playing, which was President, his entire staff, the Secret Service, his family. You know, just because they're a Democrat family doesn't mean I think, well, piss on them, you know, screw them. So, anyway, if you guys get a chance, it's on HBO Max. If you have access to that, watch it. It's fascinating, and it will teach you something. And I don't give a shit how much you think you know, because most people that think they know everything usually don't know shit. That's how that works. I don't know if anybody's like, you know, encountered that, or, but that's traditionally, that is how that works. So when you get a know-it-all and they start rambling off on everything they know, you come to find out pretty quick that they really don't know shit. They're just so confident in their abilities of not knowing shit, it makes them sound like they know shit. But it makes them sound like it. The actual shit they don't really know. They're just spewing it. Alright. So we are putting in, looks like, aesthetic pieces for either side. So if you see here, I just put this piece on, but you'll see the one I'm doing on the side that you can see. All right. There we go. Look at that. Oh shit, we're doing a times 6. All right. S3B Vikings, those are sub hunters. EA6B Prowlers, they were electronic surveillance and electronic attack plane. The Prowler was. And how I know that, well, I grew up in a Navy family for up until I was 11, 10, 9. Anyway. And then I did, when I was in college at Skagit Valley College, studying in the paralegal program, I got an internship at NAS, at the Naval Air Station, Whidbey Island, which is located about an hour and 10 minutes from my current residence, at the Trial Service Office, which is the Navy prosecutor. And I happened to get lucky enough because the TSO prosecutor that I got my internship with happened to also be a U.S. Special Assistant Attorney. So we would do military and then federal civilian stuff. So, and NAS Whidbey Island happened to be the Navy base that I was born on back in 1976. You can't have babies on that base anymore. So, but yeah, that is where I was birthed. I think. Oh, come on. Oh, I see. I see, said the blind man. The thing I loved about President Bartlett in The West Wing, played by Martin Sheen, was how knowledgeable he was of history. in the show, he was an actual economics major and was extremely smart when it came to the economy of the United States of America. But he was one of his hobbies was national parks, and he was also a football fan. And in the show, he was a graduate of Notre Dame and all of that. So, ooh, are we doing? We're doing the stand. Oh, I didn't realize that. That is a super fun. I saw the black, but I just didn't put. I didn't put two and two together because, frankly, I don't like to add most of the time. I like to add more than I like to subtract, especially when it comes to my bank. But we're going to be doing a times 3. So I'm going to put one together, and then we're going to run 2. And if you know, you know. You know, the one thing I learned, though, is some actors age really well. Okay, so we're making, I got to do 2 more of these. And they're going to be going in like this. I am assuming. Nice little. All right. That's what we're doing. So, So that's why the bag was small, because it is just the stand for the sail barge. So we were so off our rocker, especially during COVID, they have to explain in kindergarten terms why you don't lose your mind on election day when you don't hear the news you want to hear. But that's kind of what happened with everything, right? Wear a mask, which we all learned was bullshit. And I don't care if you're Democrat or Republican. I think it would be safe to say that most moderate thinking people on either side would never do that again. Of course, vaccination became a political kind of stupid shit to the point where they made, if you were going to travel, they made you get vaccinated in order to travel. So, did I get vaccinated? Yes, I had to. Because at the time, we were actually getting ready to go to Chicago, and we would not be able to go, and I would be out a couple of $1,000s if I didn't go. And so I was kind of forced to get vaccinated. Would I have gotten vaccinated if it was just a loose recommendation? Probably not. And not that, I'm like in this belief of like, I don't have woke ideology, if that's what you're, because I guarantee when you hear Republican, that is like the first thing people think is crazy, right? Crazy, like stupid redneck. And when you hear Democrat, you think woke. Nobody gives a shit about the rules. I get to make the rules however I need to make the rules to benefit me. That's not the case. And it's amazing that we started thinking that way. And then people started shaping their existence based on that thought. And it's like, I used to be proud of America because we were fairly intelligent people, and we proved that we're now ranked probably 38th out of 40 on how stupid we are as a society. And that is not an exaggeration. All right. We got some excitingness happening next, though. I am putting together the minifig of minifigs with this build, the one that I have been waiting for. The one I have been waiting for. And which one have I been waiting for? I have been waiting for the man of the hour, the myth, the legend. There's Jabba, baby. And then we have his sidekick, Salacious Crumb, which, where does Salacious go? So I think Salacious is going to go behind. And it's weird because Salacious Crumb is a little rubbery. So there's give to that young whippersnapper. But look at that. Bib, Jabba. You ever run into that where like you watch a show and you didn't realize the show was like 20 years ago, and then you see the actor today and you like are shocked at how old they look, and you're like, what the hell happened? I just saw you. Does that ever happen to you? All right, there we go. I don't think that's a row your boat thing. Martin Sheen, I don't care what side of the political aisle he plays, he was absolutely the perfect choice to play President Bartlett. in that show. He was absolutely the perfect choice. Even older, man, he's still on it, like big time, which is freaking awesome. Good for him. I mean, he's got to be in his 80s, and he still looks fucking good. I bet he can walk into a party and still walk out with hot chicks. So it's the Supreme Court, not Republicans or Democrats, that gutted that act. Before anybody starts off on a political rampage, no, that was the Supreme Court. It wasn't a political party that did that. When a boss does that, you know you're in trouble. Ooh, look at that. Damn. So we are starting, I'm guessing, to do the side pieces of the sail barge. I like it when we're at the beginning of the books because then I can fold and manipulate it easier. Piece of advice with this one, and if you're on this step, is to make sure you're distinguishing the colors. Because you have same pieces with the different shades of brown, and the different shades are not super different. I feel better about that. Reinforces it, putting the backside in much better. I was getting worried it was going to be like super flimsy. There we go. Yeah, so this is the side piece. I go flat. I knew it was gonna fucking do that. So you got to be super careful with this one because this will pop off if you put any weird pressure on this. It will pop off. Okay. So I'm gonna wait and put it on and then reassemble it. Because we're gonna be doing the other side right now. So I think it'll just be easier to do it that way. I forgot how goofy we all looked in masks and shields and the whole thing. I forgot what that looked like. The West Wing was absolute awesome. kind of funny. I think like today, this day and age, if somebody asks you anything about politics, you say I'm a Republican or a Democrat, your first instinct is like duck. Like how sick is that? Your first instinct is to protect yourself from someone like beating your ass. That's funny. That's funny. I mean, so this one will go super more smoothly, or it should. All right, we are coming towards the end here of these two bags, people. Thank you for hanging in there. I appreciate it. All right, last two pieces. All right, look at that. We got it accomplished. The first kind of aesthetic outside piece of the sail barge is finally on. I love the fact we got the stands done too, sitting a little bit higher. I like that part. So, all right, guys, thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. You're going to want to stay tuned because bags 20 and 21, it looks like we're going to be required to do those together. I'm probably going to go live with those. So, all right, thanks for watching, guys.